Hello, my name is John, and I'm a husband of nearly 20 years and a father of two teenage daughters. Because of my life experiences thus far, my first priority is to enjoy the freedom of doing what I want to do. This directly associates with my second priority, which is to do pleasing activities, which working with jewelry is for me. My third priority relates to location, which is that I want to run a home-based business rather than having to commute. For that home business, I know that I want to do something with selling jewelry, but I'm still striving to figure out my exact direction. How I got here has been through a career with several different pieces to it. After high school, I started out selling kitchen cutlery until I joined the Navy, where I served for over 16 years before health problems made that impossible to continue. After that, I worked as the front desk person at a physical therapy clinic for a bit, and during that time, I started working on my degree in business administration at Lewis Clark State College. In the time since then, I have also worked for Shopko until they closed, worked at a call center taking phone orders, delivered groceries, worked at Walmart, and my favorite one, which was working at a small jewelry store. Working there, I learned about pearls and learned how to work with them, which is the basis of my passion to sell jewelry because of the wonderful nature of the world's only organic gemstone. I just need to figure out my order of priorities for setting up my online jewelry store. That leads me to where I'm going. I'm going to start an online jewelry business with my wife, which we are going to call Amphitrite's Crown LLC. This name comes from Greek mythology, as Amphitrite is the wife of Poseidon. Since pearls will be the star gem in my store, naming the store for the Queen of the Sea seems apropos. Back to where I'm going, in starting my home-based online jewelry store, I will be able to spend more time with my family, as my wife is my partner in the business and our daughters are interested in helping. All these elements combined, plus not having to drive to work, will help to reduce my stress in life. So how do I get started? A combination of additional research and just diving in are the way to move forward. Said research is on the best places to source my materials, how to best set up my store, and the best channels to sell my goods, among other things. Thankfully, sites such as Shopify provide some great guidance to aid in this process. Really, the process will require constant learning in order to improve my shop and drive my business forward. Speaking of diving in, having recently moved to Missouri, I have gone to the Missouri Secretary of State's Business Services webpage to determine the steps required for establishing an LLC within Missouri. As part of this, I have established a business account with the Secretary of State, which enables me to then file the required documents and pay a fee required to legally establish my LLC. I have also registered a domain name through Google and GoDaddy, which grants me rights to the website name I will be working on building, as well as associated email addresses. This will be much easier when pulling from my strengths, of which my greatest strength is my supportive family. In addition to my wife and daughters who will be directly involved, my dad supports my home business idea as someone who has been running his own business since I was in elementary school. My previously mentioned background is also a strength, as I've learned how to see obstacles as a redirection or learning opportunity rather than a stopping point. The time I had starting to learn about jewelry, both from the jeweler who owned the shop that I worked for and from courses I took, are also a strength, giving me some insight into how the industry works and product knowledge. One of those courses was provided by the Cultured Pearl Association of America, where I learned about the fascinating history of cultured pearls and their varied different varieties, from more common freshwater cultured pearls to the exotic Tahitian and South Sea cultured pearls. Upon completion, I was awarded the title of Certified Pearl Specialist. My initiative in taking that course led the jeweler to supporting me in learning to work directly with customers' pearls, particularly in restringing broken necklaces and bracelets, which took to quickly, leading to all such work being sent to me for the remainder of my time with them. All that said, I was only able to work with that store for a couple of months before life circumstances pulled me away, so my knowledge of jewelry and the jewelry industry is still very limited, making it a weakness until I improve. Also, as a weakness is the fact that e-commerce is a booming industry, with giants such as Amazon leading the way. Overcoming this will simply have to be pressing forward regardless of any fears or failing due to competition. The greatest weakness for me, however, will be my own physical limitations. My goal of reducing stress is not only for greater enjoyment of life, but for my health, as life has gotten to where too much stress causes greater sickness for me. In the end, the process of research and development of this presentation has aided me in gaining much of the direction and prioritization I needed upon starting out. So if you like pearls and other fine jewelry and don't want to break the bank, keep your eye on the horizon for Amphitrite's crown.